Today we're going to talk about some of the kingpins in the digital nomad movement. Now, I've released some videos several years ago on my website that cover this, and I've talked about it throughout over the past several years. I was very aware of this whole situation, and I haven't reviewed anything um, because I know it well enough to tell the story without having to review the details. And this is a guy, Johnny F.D., who was a central figure and one of the first promoters of this scam. And this is a guy who's an absolute fraud and pathological liar, total scam artist. Write it down. Now, let me explain to you guys. It's a little learning point here. Probably you don't know this, but you all know, probably you've been listening to my videos. Take a lot of notes. Boy, you become an expert. You read a book on spotting a con man, spotting a scammer, right? I've got all these rules that are fucking telltale signs that I have discovered, have learned over the years. This is something kind of pertaining to that, but it's more along the lines of how these internet communities operate, especially on ScamTube. And specifically, it's an observation I've made over the years. You can't really have made this observation unless you have been watching, been observing closely some of the individuals on ScamTube for many, many years, as I have. You see, that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, obviously, I've been a very close observant of the scams and scammers on ScamTube for a long time. Ask yourself why I never really came on ScamTube. You understand? Like, I don't really promote anything I do on ScamTube. And by promoting, I'm talking about like coming out with daily videos because I don't want to lure dumbasses. You understand? You all are being hooked by the scammers. YouTube is filled with dumbasses. Lazy, stupid, fucking losers. That's right. You don't have to stay a loser. First thing you can do is to get off ScamTube. That's the first thing you need to do if you don't want to be a loser. Fact. Okay. Now let me go ahead and talk about this piece of fucking garbage. This is a guy who I was watching a decade ago. I was monitoring this piece of garbage, scam artist, because he was one of the guys out there promoting the digital nomad Swindle before everybody else up front. Now, he wasn't really the focal kingpin. You know, he wasn't like a true kingpin. He was more of the kingpin, one of the kingpin scammers that come onto YouTube. In terms of more of the foundation scammers, you know, the guys that laid out the foundation of the digital nomad, we're talking about Tim Ferris. Tim Ferris, and guess what, folks? He's related to these guys. You know the guys I'm talking about. You know the guys that are promoted in the media. You know who I'm talking about. The guys that, I mean, we could just go down the list. I mean, you want to go down the list and talk about all the control groups they have? I mean, we could talk about who controls, let's say, you know, some of these groups that want to create friction in the world to make, for instance, the white national movement. Who do you think controls that group? You think it's a bunch of white guys? Sorry, you're wrong. You've been fooled. They're not white. They have a particular ethno-religious grouping, right? Or we can talk about, you know, who can, you know, more obvious things. You know who I'm talking about. Basically, who runs the whole fucking show. You can't even name the group, or you're going to be called a racist or an anti-Semite. You got it? That's how much power they have. And anybody who falls for that's is either one of them or is a fucking dumbass. Or actually, it's one of three things. One of the mafia, they're one of the mafia members. Okay. They're a dumbass or they're a coward, a fucking coward. Most of them are cowards out there. Most of those people are just plain fucking chicken shit cowards. You understand what you're talking about, and understand those of you who don't know who I am. Okay, because I know the whole fucking deal. We're talking about the whole world, global politics, economic scene. You're talking about this mafia that runs the whole fucking world that's running it into the goddamn sewer. Running it into the fucking sewer. This is the same group of parasites that have fucked the West up. They've destroyed the goddamn West. All these movements, open borders, wokeism, feminism, right? All this crap. Gay, lesbian, bisexual, whatever they, LGBTQ plus, open borders. It's all being done to destroy national sovereignty, cultural identity, racial identity, to weaken the population. When you have a weak population, you can control them, you can defraud them much easier. You got it? You understand what's going on? You got it? Okay? Now, those of you out there don't know who I am, I suggest you get up to speed, pick up the fucking pace, and see who I am. Take a look at the description here. The world's #1 investment analyst. I mean, somebody show me evidence of somebody else better than me. Okay? Now, I can't prove that. That's pretty hard to prove, but certainly one of the top in the world. I don't know anybody, honestly, on my stratosphere. If you look at all that I've done, from predicting the financial crisis in detail, better detail than anybody in the world, to all the years of my market forecasting accuracy, all the securities analysis, that's, people that subscribe to my research know about all that. And it actually, I don't even know anybody who does all the things that I do. I cover so many areas. But anyway, my not to mention the fact my technological expertise as well, right? From my science background, and I have technological expertise in a few other things. So I know what's going on. I'm not a dumb guy, right? I know what's going on around the world. I paid the price for telling the truth, for trying to help the public for 20 fucking years. And all these people you think, oh yeah, they're on our side. No, they're not, because they have exposure. If you got exposure, you're not helping nobody. The only person you're helping is yourself and the people that control exposure. If you're really helping the people, you're going to get fucking completely shut down from day fucking one. Not after 15, 20 years. After you've already built a fucking empire. Oh, no, sorry. You're going to get shut down from day one like I have. What did I do to get shut down? Nothing. Did I make any type of politically incorrect statements or no, not at all. I simply predicted the financial crisis, tried to warn everybody in 2 books, tried to help everybody shield themselves, make a fortune, and beat Wall Street at their own fucking game. I warned everyone, explained how free trade was destroying middle and working class America, has resulted in the wealth and income disparity. I warned and explained in detail about America's healthcare crisis, the #2 long-term problem the nation faces. That was in 2006. You can see that, of course, the healthcare crisis continued to get worse every fucking year, and it's a ticking time bomb. It's just going to continue to get worse. Of course, the #1 issue which I identified was the free trade scam, and I identified those issues, #1, #2, in order, in sequence. Think about it. A book that not only predicted the financial crisis, showed you how to make a fucking fortune easily. Also these big things, and many other things, not to mention predicting 2 years before that the Dow would bottom at 6,500, which it did, 2.5 years later in March of 2009. So really, there's never been a book ever written like that. I should probably win a Nobel Prize for that fucking book. I've been banned from day one. Virtually nobody knows about me. It's not like I'm some fucking jughead off the street. I worked at Wall Street. I worked at UBS. I worked at Bear Stearns. Graduate degree at Ivy League University. Biological chemistry, biophysics, National Science Foundation research fellow. You fucking name it. Worked in venture capital, merchant banking, and I'm banned. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second, and think about who's being promoted out there. No, not a single person has interviewed me. Hey, Mike, how did you predict the financial crisis? Jesus Christ, that was amazing. How did you do that? Mike, what do you think about free trade? Why do you say this? What do you think? You understand. Folks, They've kept me fucking silent because the same reason why they make you think that your vote counts. A lot of you knuckleheads out there think Donald Trump's going to fucking save you. Donald Trump ain't no better. In fact, he's probably worse now than the other side. Kamala Harris, right? He's probably worse than her after seeing the team of crackpot, sociopath, scam artists and jugheads that he's assembled in his cabinet. I think it's going to be a lot worse. Okay? It don't matter. They're both the same, essentially. They're not going to protect your interests. They're not going to do what they say. Did Trump investigate Hillary like he said in the first term? That's all he would talk about. I'm going to investigate Hillary. No, he didn't. Did Trump build the fucking wall like he talked about all the time? No, he didn't build no fucking wall. Did Trump bring the jobs back from China? No, fucking no. Hell no. You understand? You're being fucking lied to. Wake the fuck up, you stupid idiots. There's no real democracy in America unless you compare it to some of these third world fucking banana republics in Latin America and Africa and Asia. Only then can you say America has a democracy, if you compare it to those fucking shit zones. It's the only way you can say it. By relative comparison. But guess what? America is the superpower. America shouldn't have to compare itself to developing nations, to banana republics to say we have a democracy. America should have a true democracy. And it doesn't. And it hasn't for a long time. It hasn't said ever since I've been of voting age. That's why I've never voted, except for Ross Perot. The only time, the only choice we had, because Ross Perot was addressing the real issue of free trade, of NAFTA. America is run by the corporations, as I wrote about in America's Financial Apocalypse 20 fucking years ago. It's run by the corporations, run by the lobbyists. Okay? That's fact. And you're seeing it now. Elon Musk has bought the presidency. I mean, you think the fucking investors don't know it? Tesla stock is up by 90% in 6 weeks or so, right? Ever since Trump won the election. You think investors don't know what's going on? Why do you think it's Tesla ain't doing that good? The whole industry's not doing so well. EV. You know, the EV industry, the industry that's supposed to be better for the climate, that's actually worse for the climate, that actually uses fuel from combustion, right? You know, the electric vehicle industry that actually uses power that comes from the combustion of fossil fuels. Oops, we screwed up. And the batteries that come from the complete ecological destruction from the mining of rare earth metals that are used in those batteries, not to mention the fact that those batteries are virtually impossible to get rid of. EV is actually worse on the environment. But guess what? You all believed all the bullshit. You believed Al Gore and his fucking lynchment. You believed all that horseshit. Elon Musk jumped aboard that fucking taxpayer-funded gravy train, and he fucked all you liberals. He pretended to side with you fucking liberals. He fooled you, you stupid fucking idiots. And when he saw that Trump was going to win, all of a sudden he did a 180. Started supporting Trump. And you see now what that's done for his net worth. It's fucking doubled it in less than 2 months. And you think you have a democracy in America. What a fucking joke. You vote, you're a goddamn idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Why do you think I was banned, folks? Because I unveiled the fucking curtain. I revealed who's behind that fucking curtain in the Wizard of Oz. Whether it's healthcare, the trade system, Wall Street, everything. They fear the fuck out of me, all these establishment crooks. They fear me. That's why they fucking shut me down from day fucking one. Didn't want my books in publication. I had to self-publish during a period when there was no fucking self-publishing on Amazon. You understand? So when I say something, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You better fucking listen up and take goddamn notes and shut your fucking mouth and learn something. Instead of thinking you know more than me, because you fucking don't know more than me. Got it? There's no fucking live comments on these videos anymore because you all don't fucking do anything to engage these videos, to write comments, to do anything to put me in the algorithm. So you can go fuck yourselves. You don't deserve to engage with me. You got it? And as I said in the previous video, I don't even give a fuck about the public anymore. You all can all go fuck yourselves and get fucked by all the scammers. I'm just now reporting all this stuff for the record, for the historical record. I'm sick of it. 20 fucking years has gotten me nowhere but misery and shit. Just complete fucking dog shit. So fuck all of you. Nobody help me do anything. Spread the word, do nothing. You can all go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. Everybody. The public, you can fuck yourselves. If I had a chance to go back 20 years in time, I would do everything completely different. The people aren't worth fucking saving. They're too fucking stupid, too greedy, too lazy. I tried for 20 fucking years, and there's a lot of people that know my fucking story at some point. Maybe not here right now. Some of you do, and nobody did anything. So you know what? Fuck the public. Go fuck yourselves. You deserve your fucking misery. You deserve your fate. You deserve this whole empire of scammers, this army of scammers that are going to fucking take you and fool you, defraud you. Many of you will never fucking see it. You know what they say, ignorance is bliss. You don't realize these guys are all fucking scammers. That's why you're too stupid to realize to take a step back and ask yourself the question, why airhead fucking knuckleheads like Joe Rogan are promoted as, Ben Shapiro, right? All these fucking knuckleheads, right? They're promoted as people out there to tell you what's going on and the people that they choose. And take a look at who they're choosing. You guys, it's funny. I had dinner with a friend last night. Had dinner with a friend, a French guy, and he was asking me. I was telling him about the whole AI scam and how it's going to be a complete fuck fest on the consumer. Okay, the companies are celebrating because they're gonna fuck you royally now. They're gonna fuck you so hard with the AI bullshit. You don't even realize it. You all think it's a great thing. It's a great thing for them. And I was telling him how I was getting all these emails from McKinsey, 15 years ago and such, from McKinsey and all these other management consulting firms, sending me all these stories about how big data is going to transform everything. And I was telling him how it's the same thing with the AI. How it's people don't realize this. AI is the next phase of big data. And anyway, he said, "Oh, McKinsey." He said, "Oh, McKinsey." Yeah. And he told me a story about the scandal in France, about how the crook that's running that country now, who's in the mafia, by the way, you can just look at him and tell. He paid McKinsey to go in there and I don't know, several $1 million to go in and do something, do some research or something. And then the French found out, one of the parties, they found out, and they wanted to kick him out of office or something like that. Okay. But anyway, so you people out there, you don't get it. You just don't fucking get it. Anyway, what he told me was, this is a big deal. Some of you may know about this. I don't know how long ago it was, but this was a big deal in France when they found out that they were paying some American company. They had basically, an American company had a look inside some type of critical information into France. The French people on the other side of the government, that party, whatever it is, was pissed off. Made a big fuss out of it. It was in the media all the time. Okay, he was telling me about this, and he said, "You know what? After 2 months, all of a sudden, boom, it was gone. It was no longer in the media." And I said, yeah, you know why? I said, who do you think runs the media? You understand? Folks, do you understand? The media determines elections. You understand that, right? Why do you think all these people are positioned as the talking heads out there? You understand? They're determining your value system without you realizing it. They're convincing you, they're brainwashing you. And I'm not talking about Fox versus CNN. That's all bullshit. It's all the same. You don't fucking get it. If you think that there's a real dichotomy there, a real difference, you're a fucking idiot. You're being played. When it comes to the foundational issues, the main things, they're on the same side. Okay? Why do you think they have these certain people out there? I mean, I can just go down the list. Okay? So, just like some of you think, well, but Elon Musk is with them. He's with them. They're all on the same fucking side. You don't seem to get it. They're playing around with you people. It's them versus the people. It's the guys with the power and the money. They're all united. They pretend like they're battling. Just like the Democrats and the Republicans. They're all on the same fucking side, you dildos. Why do you think, as I mentioned numerous times in the past, why did you think the media never uncovered the real deal with Trump? For instance, first of all, Trump has always said, oh, the media hates him, they're against him, right? Right? They're against him. They hate him. Really? But wait a second. Trump is the media. Trump had a goddamn TV show for 12, 13 years. That's media. He is media. Right? If the media is against Trump, if the Democrats really want to win, why didn't either of those groups come out, either the media, talking heads, and or the Democrats in the media, come out in the media and say, why didn't they come out and say, hey, Donald, you promised to bring the jobs back, but you haven't brought the jobs back. Hey, Donald, you promised to build a wall, but you didn't build the wall. Hey, Donald, right? Why didn't the media say that? Why didn't the Democrats say that? Why didn't they criticize Trump during the election? Did you ever hear him make a big fuss out of him not bringing the jobs back? No. You didn't, did you? You know why? Because it wasn't about bringing the jobs back. It was about protecting the corporate profits. They don't want you to understand how the game is played. Trump's telling you he's going to bring jobs back just to shut your fucking mouths to get the vote. But the Democrats don't want to reveal Trump's real intentions because his real intentions are their intentions to keep corporate profits high at the expense of American workers. You got it? Because who do you think controls the corporations? The guys that own all the shares. Got it? The rich people. You understand? Just like Bernie Sanders, the other fucking fraud, who comes out and tells you how he wants minimum wage raised up. It's too low, right? And then the next day he's talking about how he wants the illegals to come in. Open borders. Does that make sense? Wait a second. If you want minimum wage to go up, the first goddamn thing you got to do is close the fucking borders. You got it? That would create a natural market force to boost minimum wage. But when you have people, undocumented workers, coming across the border willing to work for fucking peanuts because they don't live in America, they're sending their cash to fucking Guatemala or El Salvador, obviously it's going to put downward pressure on minimum wage. How come Bernie Sanders doesn't want to talk about that? Because he's a goddamn fraud like all these politicians are, folks. Wake the fuck up. That's why they don't want me to communicate to people. Things like that. Things I've been talking about for 20 fucking years. You understand? With me out there, the people will be informed well enough to have a real democracy because you'll understand what's going on. They don't want that. They want a fake democracy. You got it? And so what do? They position gatekeepers as your savior. Oh, yeah, Tucker Carlson, yeah, fraud. Yeah. Alex Jones fraud, right? Hey, yeah, Joe Rogan fraud. You got it? You understand how the whole system works now? You understand how the whole fucking system works now? That's how it works. Okay? Now, with that little intro, we're going to go to Johnny FD here. Johnny FD. Let me tell you about this guy. And I remember this guy from 10 years ago, 11 years ago. This was when the digital nomad Swindle was really peaking out, was really hitting high force. I don't know when it peaked out, but it was really gaining a lot of traction. Okay? And so, what was the genesis of that? Well, one of the first individuals I ran across was a guy named Peter Levels. Notice the surname. If you're not able to understand where the surname belongs to the mafia, you just learned something. Okay? So this is the guy who was a promoter of the digital nomad scam a long time ago. He was also an advocate of the 4-hour work week, Tim Ferris's scammy ass book, which we're going to get to here shortly. This is a guy who was, after the whole digital nomad scam became really bad, and people were figuring out that Johnny FD was a scammer, and basically the digital nomad scam was centered upon essentially selling you the idea of remote work, living in paradise, right? You can do that. They show you their videos and they tell you, well, they're going to show you how to do it. So basically, it's kind of like a pyramid scheme where they're essentially selling you the dream, right? Kind of like what Meet Kevin does and all these other guys on YouTube that sell their courses and their Patreon bullshit. They're telling you how successful they are, and they're telling you, you can get into that. They'll teach you how for a fee. So it's a scam. Okay. See, so, and I'll get into that a little bit more later, maybe how that kind of the anatomy of that. But this is a guy who was really a center point in promoting the digital nomad Swindle. Now, I think later on, when it became obvious it was a complete fucking scam, he tried to distance himself from that, from the whole drop shipping scam, the Amazon FBA scam, all that bullshit. He tried to distance himself when people were calling out and exposing Johnny FD as a fraud. Okay? But the fact of the matter is this Peter Levels guy, from day one till present day, has been promoting the digital nomad, whatever he wants to call it. He's still profiting off it. He's just as guilty, in my opinion, because he's indirectly profiting off a huge scam. He's promoting this movement. The digital nomad movement is a fraudulent movement. It's built on fraud. Once again, I could argue that I'm one of the earliest digital nomads in the world. Been working remote for 20 fucking years, more than 20 years. Okay? I would never call myself that. Why? Number one, I don't need to belong to some fucking group to feel like I'm important. Number two, I've noticed when people form these groups, it's always to scam others. They want to form a movement so they can build a foundation to scam people, like the fire movement. Oh, fire movement. Oh, show you how to be fire. Here, buy my tutorial, buy my fire course. You got it? You understand? There's no need to create some fucking moniker for something. Number three, I've never even called myself a remote fucking worker. That's just, they're trying to categorize things to create a new mentality, to create a new cult. You understand? That's what they're doing. Okay? So, I just wanted to mention this guy. I'm not going to really cover him that much more, but he has had his greedy fucking hands involved in the dirty digital nomad swindle for many years, creating this business and this site and this and this and this, without ever coming out and calling out the movement. It's a swindle. Now, is there anyone out there who makes money working remotely, legitimately. Yeah, I'm sure there are. And those people out there who do that, who call themselves digital nomads, are fucking idiots. If you call yourself a digital nomad, write this down. You are linking yourself to a fraudulent group based upon a fraudulent idea, based upon lies and scams. And that makes you part of that group. That makes you having associated with a scam affiliation. Okay? Virtually nobody, and I'm saying, 95% of these people aren't real digital nomads. And most of the ones that are, most of those 5%, it's not sustainable. It's a short-term fucking gig. It's not something, it's one of these things they do when they're fucking single. And they don't realize what life is about. They don't realize they're going to want to get married and form a fucking family and have stability so their little fucking children can grow up, go into the same fucking school, and have some stability in their life. You understand? It's a stupid fucking maneuver. Okay? So, let me get to the fraud behind all this. And here's where we bring into the play Johnny FD. So let me just, before I go back, and you can see his oldest videos here. This guy is a fraud. He's still running his channel today, and he has moved on. He's still doing the digital nomad swindle to some degree, but not as. I haven't really looked at this guy in many years, but I don't think he's doing it as explicitly as before, or at least he's changed some things. But and I'll get into that here a little bit later. What he was doing before, what he's doing now. Let me just go ahead and tell you kind of the course of the past, let's say 12 years with this guy. So he started out as a digital nomad based upon all this propaganda that was promoted by Peter Levels and also a guy named Tim Ferris, who we're going to get to here shortly. Tim Ferris, this is one of the big things that started this movement, and you see it even today on ScamTube. People promote this scam book, The 4-Hour Work Week, complete fraudulent book in so many ways. Anyone that promotes this, you can liken them to people that promote Robert Kiyosaki's scam book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's the same genre. It's complete horse shit. Okay? These people that are promoting this fucking book without calling it out, these people they're the enemy. They're the enemy. They're the enemy to the people. And I'm going to call this fucking scam book out here a little bit later. But so this whole dream about basically working remotely, you don't have to work, you can be rich and all this shit. This book told people to pretend like they're experts and basically lie, fake it till you make it, all this fucking horse shit. We'll get into the fake reviews here shortly and how Tim Ferris is an absolute fucking fraud, should be fucking at least sued by the FTC. Get into that here shortly. But let's kind of, now that you've got a little bit of a background, let's go through quickly and discuss Johnny FD. Now, I'm not going to talk about what he did here prior to going to Thailand right now. I'll get to that here a little bit later. It's interesting. I think you're going to like it. But so what he did, this is a guy who is another uneducated clown, another no college education at all. He's clearly a doofus, an airhead fucking moron. And, look, there's a lot of dumb doofuses out there that are not educated, and guess what? A lot of them become successful. You know why? Because they have a good work ethic, okay? They have a good work ethic, and they make something of themselves. And they're honest, and they have integrity. They're not lazy pieces of shit who want something for nothing. You don't have to be smart to be successful. Understand that. And all smart people are not successful. It's more about your work ethic, your perseverance, your passion, right? But this guy chose the route that all these kids are choosing these days, and that's the route of scamming. So he went to Thailand, like a lot of these fucking idiots that go there. Oh, I want to do Muay Thai. I want to do Muay Thai. Oh, yeah. He goes there, gets his ass beat up. That's when he starts juicing up, I think. You know, because Thailand's got all these fucking steroids and shit you can take illegally. They sell them illegally. Well, they're legal in Thailand, but a lot of other countries, they're not legal. Experimental drugs, and you can even get illegal shit there, of course. I mean, I was talking about some of the problems with Thailand in the other video. You know, they call it, these scammers want you to think it's paradise. It's not no fucking paradise. Okay, I can tell you that right now. Okay, in fact, there's many. Thailand's got a very dark underbelly to it. I'll tell you that right now. You don't hear about it by these fucking scammers on ScamTube. But just to give you an example, uh, I can't speak for certain right now because I didn't go by Sukhumvit Soy 13. I'm sorry, yeah, Sukhumvit Soy 13 in Bangkok this time around. But all the way up until this year through the summer of this year, I know for a fact for many years, you could go on the corner and there's the Miami Hotel on that corner of that street, and you see a bunch of Nigerian guys all hours of the day and night, especially nighttime. You walk past that street, very busy for pedestrians. You walk by there, and especially if you're a white guy, because you know they're gonna know that you're a tourist if you're a white guy, most likely, not always, but they're gonna hit you up for drugs. They're gonna ask you if you want cocaine or whatever. Okay. Now this is in a country where they have very strict drug laws. Well, except for their fucking legalization of marijuana, which is a complete fucking disaster and shows the ignorance and stupidity of the fucking government there. Fucking stupidity. That's their desperation in trying to mend their fucked up economy, which is another topic of discussion. But so the point is that do you understand that these guys have been selling drugs there, and it's to the point where I even went to the Thailand Authority of Tourism, and I specifically told them because what they do, you go to the airport and you'll see a booth there. Thailand Authority of Thailand, what is it? Thailand Authority of Tourism or something. The Thailand, the tourism board. They want to say, oh, did you have a good time in Thailand? You know, they just want to hear, oh yeah, good. I said, listen. I said, if you guys want to do your job, why don't you go to Soy 13, Sukhumvit Soy 13, and remove the drug dealers? I'm sick and tired of being hit up if I want drugs every time I walk by there. And they kind of looked at me in shock. And they kind of like, yeah, we know. Okay? But they were shocked that I would say that. And so the point is, folks, is that you have to understand these people, these Nigerians that are selling drugs illegally there, the police are being paid off. The police know about it. In fact, I was actually talking to one of these Nigerian drug dealers, having a talk with him one time. It was in the evening, and I was like, dude, you got to get out of this. I was trying to encourage him to get out of the business. I was saying, man, I probably should have been a little careful because I was saying, man, there's a lot of ways to make money online. Hopefully, I didn't accidentally get him into any of these online scams. But I was saying, there's a lot of ways you can, to make money online legitimately. You don't need to be doing these scams. Stealing drugs, man. There's no future here. You're paying these guys off. And he's like, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're motivating me to get out of this. And just as we were talking about this, I was getting through to this guy. And he's like, oh, man, hold on. I kid you not. He's like, hold on. I got to go pay the police. There's a truck that pulled up. I still remember looking at it. It was like a Toyota truck, a pickup truck. And it was a police guy. And it was not a police truck. It was an unmarked truck. And he went there to pay the cops. They pay these guys. Okay? They pay these fucking guys. FYI. Okay? Now, you say, well, okay, so what? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Ask yourself the following. What if you don't like a particular person? And let's say you go and you pay the cops. And you say, you know what? I don't like this guy. I want you to put him in jail. I want you to plant drugs on him. You got it? If you don't think that doesn't happen, you don't know how the fucking world works. Okay? That's the danger. When you have money that flows so easily into the pockets of people who are in a position of authority who can do things. You understand? It can become a very dangerous situation, especially when you're talking about a lot of the fucking heathens and criminals and scumbags that hang out over in Bangkok and other places in Thailand. Not so much, not as much anymore because they have the biometric system now. But before they had that, you had all the fucking fugitives hang out in Thailand, Pattaya. You know, they'd go out there, a lot of them. But so these are realities. Okay, I have many more stories. Okay, but anyway, getting back to Johnny FD. So basically, he starts getting into the digital nomad. Okay, and then he does all this bullshit for several years, and I'll get into that here shortly. But the most recent kind of episode, I think what happened is that he came across this fraudster, scam artist, bullshit guy. You probably heard the name. This bald and bankrupt guy, complete bullshit artist, fucking loser. And by the way, he's in the mafia too. Okay. And so for some reason, you got people that follow this fucking scumbag, toxic fucking loser idiot, this bald and bankrupt guy. And he's also with this Harold Balder. This Harold Balder is an absolute fraud, by the way. Harold Balder, I got files on this guy from many years ago. He was pitching all types of investment bullshit, complete scammer. And before his channel blew up, he was pitching all types of bullshit on his Patreon, pretending, you know, he's a typical libertarian. These guys, you can tell, folks, they're typical libertarian. They're fucking fraudster scam artists. They don't care about nothing but money, and they figure, you know what? You lose your money, you get scammed. That's tough on you. Too bad for you. That's their fucking mindset. They're not going to tell you that for the most part, but so anyway, he starts hanging out with this guy, and he's hanging out in Georgia. He's hanging out in Ukraine. Okay, that's what this guy's been doing, and so that's kind of his I guess the second half of his online presence now, and you can just go through that. Okay, and but let me just tell you one of the things I was talking about earlier is a key to understand what goes on online, especially ScamTube. And this guy's a great example of that. And that is, you know, he's had his channel now for, you know, 17 years. I don't know. There you go. What, 16 years? Okay. And over time, the people that realize he's a scammer, they kind of dropped off of him. They don't really follow him anymore. So there's not like, he doesn't have like a watchdog on him, you see? And so he's picked up new people over time. And especially his transformation to this bald and bankrupt hanging out with this guy and going to Ukraine. So he's kind of like the explorer. He called himself like the explorer now. You understand? So he's picked up a new genre, a new group. He's kind of, so he does the digital nomad thing a little bit, but not so much anymore. So he doesn't have people that are exposing him because those people are, you know, some of them are fucking dead by now. Some of them, they don't even go on ScamTube anymore. They don't follow him. But I can guarantee you, you'll run across these people. But the point is that this is what happens with all these guys. You understand? All these guys stay on ScamTube long enough. The people that figure out that they're scammers, they'll drop off. And they'll continue, they'll just recruit new people, new subscribers that don't know the story, that don't know the history. It's a critical thing. And it's especially critical because a lot of these guys they'll hide or delete older videos. You understand? So people can't go back and say, oh, what the fuck, you were saying this back then? What, you were pitching this? Like Tom Nash, for instance, like not Adam, what's his name? Christopher Green, AMTV, right? Fucking Swindler, which I need to cover in another video. So this is a very important thing about this Johnny FD guy. Is it the vast majority, if not virtually all of his subscribers, don't know about his past. They just know about the past several months, the past several years where he's living in Ukraine, right? And his adventures there, and bald and bankrupt and all this horseshit, stupid nonsense. Okay. But he's also been running some other side gigs. And let me just mention one more thing. He has all these fundraisers for Ukraine. You can go through fundraiser. I detect something is going on because this guy's a complete fucking fraud. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but that's what I would initially suspect. Something fishy. So, because anyway, so with that little intro there to give you an understanding about this guy, okay, let's go ahead now and you take a look. He got the similar situation, as you all know, with this Paul Lee. He got promoted by the mainstream media. Ask yourself, and by the way, there are many people over the course of time I have seen. I haven't devoted the time or effort. It's not real difficult. All you got to do is pay, $50 or less maybe, and you can look at his fucking records and see if he has a felony charge or more. Apparently, there have been many people who have talked about he has been arrested for drug charges in America several times. And I would, if I had to bet on it, I would bet that's true. Okay, I haven't seen it. I haven't looked into it. But this is typically what you have. Once again, these people that are not employable for one of many reasons, and they go off overseas and they do the little online bullshit. You can check into it if you want. Hopefully somebody will check into it. You can see some of the comments, and I'm going to show you one of the comments, but I've seen numerous over the years. There's people that know about this guy, and they just kind of really don't even follow anymore. But let me just go ahead and show you now. So he was promoted by Business Insider. I mean, why would they promote this guy? He's a scammer. He's a fucking fraudster because they want to sell you a story. They can sell you ads, right? August 2015. So what's the real harm here? Folks, the real harm here is you got this fucking swindler guy, this nobody fucking loser, deadbeat loser, who ends up promoting a scam. This fuels his scam. Wow, he's credible. He's such a great digital nomad business mind that he's on they're writing about him on Business Insider. This is what the typical stooge is going to think. You understand that, right? Same thing with the CNBC bullshit. When the reality is, once again, if you're in the media, chances are extraordinarily high you're a scammer. That's who the media wants. They want illegitimate fucking losers. You got it? Okay. You can read this here. It's a typical song and dance. He was not, he wasn't making so much money. He was working his ass off. He felt emotionally drained and this, and then he decided to ditch his job, and he went to Thailand. And wow, he loved it there. You can just read the story for yourself. Typical bullshit. It talks about how he started Muay Thai fighting, and he got his ass beat, realized he couldn't do this forever. He was turning 32 and couldn't do it much longer. So what did he do? Well, he'd been keeping a blog about his experience with Muay Thai. He'd heard that people could make money turning their blogs into ebooks. It's part of the problem right there, folks. Part of the problem with the publishing industry. That's why there's a lot of garbage out there. And this is when you had this whole thing. This is going on still currently, but it began. People were actually promoting and publishing trash books. They were actually paying people low wages in developing countries like the Philippines and India, countries where people speak English fluently. They were paying them pennies to write, just come up with stupid ebooks. Go online, just get a bunch of bullshit, put it together and make a book and put their name on it. I kid you not. I found people making videos telling people they were doing this. And what they do is they put together these titles, because you see, this was after the Kindle. See, the big scam was, if you write a book, it can be the worst fucking book in the world. Shit content, has a nice little name. It's a Kindle book. Okay, well, guess what? Kindle books are usually free if you got Prime membership, right? You understand? So you're going to get some readers, some reading going through the Kindle because you get it for free, or even 99 cents, worst case scenario, with the Prime membership, right? So you can have a history of rock music, and it's just some stupid shit taken off the internet, compiled into a little fucking 30-page ebook, right? Well, just the title alone is going to get a certain number of stupid people that are going to read it, at least read a little bit of it, right? The point is that because of the Amazon system, the way it works, the Kindle, you get compensated based upon the number of pages read. Okay? So this was a scam going on. They would pump out all these fucking useless books that would get traction because people would like, oh, it's free. Okay, it's on Kindle. It's free. Okay, I'll read it. It's free. This is when the publishing industry basically was the beginning of the end of the publishing industry, when that Amazon and Apple destroyed it. It's another story I've talked about before. I mean, think about it. If you're a serious intellectual, want to write a serious book, I mean, why would you want to go on Amazon and sell it for $9.99 if it's a really major book, right? Or even free on Kindle. You're not going to do that. You're not going to whore yourself. That whole platform is designed for volume of content, not quality, quantity. You understand? Because once again, the internet is all about creating internet quantity to tag it with ads. You got it? This is why there's so much low yield horse shit everywhere. The most difficult thing for most people is actually hoarding through, filtering through the low yield shit and get into high yield stuff, which the vast majority of people never get to, and they don't even realize it. Think about it. Chances are extraordinarily high, you're not getting to high yield shit. You're getting to fucking low yield garbage and you don't even realize it because there's so much fucking shit out there. You can't get through to the high yield stuff, right? I mean, think about what's being promoted. The low yield horse shit, the scammers, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You understand what I'm saying? That's all the shit that's getting to the people. You're not hearing from me. I mean, you understand. People know about me. They're getting the fucking shysters and the fucking low yield disinformation horse shit. You got it? So, the point is that similar to, so what they would do is they would pump out all these fucking ebooks that were useless. And, I mean, think about it. You're talking about Amazon is a global company for the most part. And so, even something from, say, the history of rock and roll music, well, maybe you're a guy in India. And, I mean, India is not the Western culture. Indians, maybe they want to learn about rock and roll. They plan on coming to America to study, or they think it's cool. They're going to read the book. They're probably going to think it's a pretty good book, right? Because they don't have any knowledge about it, or same thing with the Philippines, so on and so forth. You understand? But the books are actually garbage, complete fucking trash, basically plagiarized from free articles online, right? You had people pumping those books out, and they were paying people, $100, $50 for each ebook, and those books were generating a lot more money, and they would put those books in their little store. They'd have 20 of those books, and they'd sell the e-store. This is what people were doing. I mean, they may still even be doing that. And then that also applies to the e-stores. And this is what Johnny FD started doing. Is he started in his store, his online businesses were scams. He would come out and basically say, "Oh yeah, I'm selling these lamp. There's a lamp company. It's my drop shipping lamp company." He'd show you the website. "Oh, I'm making this much money," and then he'd fool people, and then he'd say, "Okay, I'm going to sell it for $60,000 for $100,000." He'd do this every 2-3 years, and it was a complete scam because he would fudge everything. I know this. I saw it. Okay, he would fudge the shit. And this is part of the scam that he was doing. And he would tell you, "Oh yeah," and one of the things where he got people was he would come out and show you his monthly income report. And this is where the whole transparency scam kind of began, was with the digital nomad scam. The transparency scam. I'm going to show you what I made every month. I love this guy. He's so transparent. He's so honest. I want to follow him. Folks, it's the transparency scam. Anybody who comes out makes an effort to show you exactly what they're doing, what they have, what they've made. Write it down. They're a fraud. They're a scammer. They're trying to con you. You got it? It's fact. Says who? The world's authority on detecting scams and scammers, Mike Stathis. Boom! As well as the world's best investment analyst. That's right. Write it down. Okay. So that's what this guy was doing. But the thing that really pissed me off, and this guy was warned many times, and this is why nobody fucking pays attention to the fucking Federal Trade Commission. If you're listening, you're a fucking useless piece of shit agency. Fucking pieces of garbage. They haven't sued any of these motherfuckers on ScamTube who have come out and have not used proper affiliate disclosure. It's breaking federal law. And this law through the FTC has jurisdiction throughout the globe, by the way. Okay? Johnny FD did this. He was one of the first people that was doing this on a regular basis. He was doing this before people were pumping out all these affiliate links. Folks, this was back in 2014, 2015, okay, 2016, before you had all this affiliate bullshit going on all over the place. I mean, you had some of it, but it wasn't like it is, past 4 or 5 years. It's been really fucked up. Okay? Oh, shit. What the hell? Okay, sorry about that. I just saw my screen going down and turns out my laptop was unplugged. I was coming out of power here. So I'm going to show you here. It's not just simple affiliate links. What I'm going to show you here, and in fact, you can go through his old videos and see for yourself. I mean, we can do that. I don't know. You can just go through his little. My $200 apartment in Chiang Mai, 11 years. He wants to show you cost of living. This is the whole thing. Oh, it's so cheap. And let me just explain. Chiang Mai was kind of one of the focal points of this digital nomad movement back during that period around 2013, 2014, 2015. And that was also, some of you might know this once I tell you, you're not going to know it on your own. But that was also during the period, and this is what goes on ScamTube. You got different periods of different things that are kind of peak out and they disappear. Where the vegan movement, the vegan psychopaths were kind of hitting the algorithms. They were peaking out during those years. Okay, those of you who were around that time, I don't know if you may recall this. This is the period when you had the vegan wars. You had all these vegan fucking crackpots. The vegans. They're kind of like these. They want to recruit you, right? They can't just shut their fucking mouths and eat their goddamn rice and plants. They want to tell you that you need to stop eating meat. They want to brainwash you and get into your fucking business and bother you. Those are the kind of the westernized, the Americans and Canadian vegan fucking nutcases. Okay? You had these people online. You had a lot of scammers. You had this durian rider, complete fucking scam artist, convict, and I think the guy is a fucking druggie, complete fraudster. You can look into this guy. And these people, Johnny FD, digital nomads, the vegan fucking scammers, they were all hated in Chiang Mai by the locals. They fucked up that place. Okay? I was over there. I was investigating that shit, and I can tell you right now, it was a scam center. It's a complete fucking scam portal over there. And I'm not going to get into the whole vegan thing. You can look into it for yourself. But it was during that period of time. And so you had this guy, the typical thing, oh, look, my apartment's so cheap. Oh, the food is so cheap. Well, guess what? Guess what? It's no longer cheap over there now. You know why? Because all you fucking losers on YouTube, you commercialized everything and you brought all these motherfuckers over there and all the prices are high now. Okay? They're all fucking high now. As I mentioned earlier, I was just in Bangkok for 2 weeks. I spent $5 grand, and I wasn't partying. I mean, I went to like one fucking bar for like an hour and had a few drinks. Okay, I wasn't out part. It wasn't like I was dropping money on partying or anything like that. It's very expensive over there now. Okay, and Chiang Mai, one of the least expensive areas, has become quite expensive, much more than it was before. Okay, so the whole thing with these digital nomad guys, what they want to tell you is, oh, you can, they use these terms out of venture capital, you know, arbitrage and bootstrap. I mean, I know I wrote the fucking book on venture capital using MBA programs in America. I mean, kind of offensive to me when you got these uneducated fucking idiots using these terms. But they want to tell you how, yeah, you want to bootstrap your company. You can come to Asia and you can start out. You can get cheap rent. Well, guess what, folks? Um, I don't know about you, but when I'm in the West, um, I'm not used to living in a one-room fucking shoebox, a studio. In fact, I never even seen a studio apartment in America. I didn't know they existed. Okay. Um, so my point is that they don't want to tell you that, yeah, okay, you can get the cheap rent, but you're going to live in a fucking one-room studio. Okay. One-room studio. You're going to hear all the noise from all your neighbors. You're going to hear fucking roosters crowing at 4 a.m. You're going to hear all kinds of shit, karaoke. You understand? It's not what they say. Okay. Um, but in addition to that, they want to tell you that you can save all the money, right? Come overseas. I'll show you how to be a digital nomad. Buy my fucking course. Buy my ebook. I'll show you how, right? But guess what? Number one, if you're trying to start a business, any business, you want to be in a healthy environment, an exciting environment. Guess where that is? The Western world. You got it? You understand? The best environment to be in is in America. You understand? That's where you want to be. And guess what? If you want to bootstrap, save some money, you don't need to spend whatever it takes to live in Southeast Asia. Move in with your fucking parents. So what? You pay nothing. You got it? You want to be going to one of these countries and thinking you're going to network with a bunch of other fucking scammers that's going to help you, right? So the whole premise is complete bullshit, but it's all driven by, look, we're living in paradise. It's so cheap. It's so amazing. And you can make so much money remotely. And I'm going to show you how. That's what this is all about. That's what he's doing here. He's setting you up. It's the hook, line, and sinker. You got it? Just like this Paul Lee guy. They're doing the same fucking thing. Okay? And you can just go through these old videos and see for yourself. I mean, it's kind of funny because I didn't even realize, wow, like back then, you felt you thought that he got a lot of reach. Today, it's not really a whole lot of reach just because the subscriber base is so much higher, typical. But there's plenty of fucking people that were falling for this guy. So let me tell you what he did. What he would do is, and I'll just go ahead and show you. I don't know. It's probably not going to be on the video, but let me. I'm just going to pull up a video here. Okay. So what he would do is he'd talk about the digital nomad life, and he would post affiliate links to this buddy, and Anton.
Listen, you want to skip this?
Fucking scammer. I think he's an Australian guy. He would have some stupid ass fucking course showing you how to make money online. Okay. And let's see if he posted here. You can find it on his videos. I saw it many times. But anyway, That's what he would do. He would post it in the comments. That he would hide. He would hide when he would do it. So, in other words, he would wait for somebody to ask something. He would post a link right under their comment. Okay. He would never disclose that he was making money off of the affiliate link. He swindled so many fucking people doing that. Okay. So let's get back to the Business Insider here. Fucking scam. You tell the Business Insider they're fucking helping these scammers defraud people, man. But that wasn't enough. That wasn't. You see how they write about what he says. He does this. He does this. He doesn't do shit. It's a bunch of bullshit. They even promote his fucking scammy ass, stupid fucking ebooks. Fuck Business Insider. Henry Blage, you goddamn fucking criminal and the mafia piece of shit. You all know Henry Blage, the only analyst I remember from Wall Street to ever be banned from the industry for pumping up fucking Amazon during the .com and knowing it was a pump, defrauding investors. Henry Blage, you piece of fucking garbage. You know what happens, folks, when you fail in the Wall Street? If you're in the mafia, you know where you go. You go the next best thing where they control it. The media. You got it? I mean, how can you fail if you're part of the fucking mafia? You're on Wall Street. Well, a lot of them do. Shows you what big losers they are when they get everything handed to them and they go to the media. You know, like Jim Cramer did. Yeah. Blew up his fund. He lies about it, tells you how he made all this money. He blew up his fund, went to the media. All these guys. Same song and dance. Let's take a look. 2015 here, August 5th, 2015, Business Insider. They promote this scammer to want to tell you the digital nomad dream, right? They're not done with it. They come back the next year. Now he's making $250,000 from $100,000. You understand? This is all being done by Johnny as a way to lure people. This is his advertisement. How is he going to get people to buy the fucking course? You understand? And to buy his books and to watch his videos. You got it? This is complete fucking fraud by the media, by Johnny. You got it? This is common, folks. Fake it till you make it. I've been watching it, folks. You all know I've been fucking following this fucking scammers, all these guys for a number of years. I know the whole fucking song and dance. Yeah, so there you go. So we're not done there. Take a look at his website. And you can see now, over the years, see, Johnny wants to hide his real name, right? He wants to hide his real name. Sometimes he calls himself Johnny Gin. Sometimes he calls himself Johnny Wolf. Why is that? Because he has, my guess is he's got a criminal record. He doesn't want people to look into it. But I know there's people that have. And apparently he has one. You can just go through and read all this stupid bullshit. Oh, wow, sounds great. Wow. And now you're making $250,000 living in paradise, right? Buy my book, bro. Buy my course, bro. Folks, once again, this is back 10 years ago. Okay? This is kind of the start of this fucking selling courses in digital nomad bullshit. Take a look here. Well, he was during healthier periods here for this guy. So, take a look. He's never going to recommend anything he doesn't think is valuable. You believe this guy? Safety Wing, folks. All these fucking guys on YouTube, you notice, they're pitching Safety Wing. You know, a few years ago it was like Nomad something. Now they're pitching Safety Wing. Why is that? Anybody, folks, anybody pitching affiliate links, don't fucking deal with the affiliate link is going to scam you. You understand? These guys are getting paid. You're paying their fucking commission. Safety Wing, I've looked at it. It's fucking bullshit. You want global healthcare insurance? I'll tell you one, the best one for free. I'm not asking for any goddamn money. And guess what? None of these fuckers are going to tell you about it. You know why they can't make money pitching their affiliate link? It's Cigna Global Expat Insurance. It's the fucking best. Okay? No fucking copay. Up to $2 million lifetime coverage. Zero copay. Zero copay. If you have copay on your insurance, you're not fucking insured when it comes to healthcare. Anyway, okay. Say doing the typical fucking affiliate link fucking scam. So he's got his whole little thing here, and just like Meet Kevin, these. Okay, see if we got the sound back finally. Okay, so let's go back to this guy now. Take a look. Phone coaching. Phone coaching now available, folks. Sessions with this fucking scammer who doesn't have a college degree. He's a complete fraud, a liar, and a scam artist, and a fuck. And you can get coaching that will include drop shipping, complete fucking useless horse shit. Relocating to Ukraine. Oh, sounds like a great idea. I want to relocate to a fucking war zone. Relocate to Thailand. Optimizing your e-commerce sales, right? YouTube, starting and growing, real estate investing, personal investment advice. Wow. I mean, this is illegal. This is a fucking, report this guy to the Securities Exchange Commission. He's not licensed to charge for personal investment advice. This means he can be fucking sued by the SEC. You all know this, right? What a fucking idiot. Somebody fucking contact the SEC. Take this page and fucking show them. Okay? Contact the SEC or you're a useless piece of fucking garbage. Help at sec.gov. Help at sec. I want every one of you motherfuckers to do it. You cannot sell personal investment advice unless you're registered. Registered with the regulatory agencies. He's not registered. So he's breaking the law right there. Look, a single session. $175 for 45 minutes. Right? Hour and a half for 325 on these critical topics. Starting a YouTube channel. Relocating to Ukraine. Right? I guess it's a better value than Meet Kevin's $22,000 per hour. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. This fraud. I mean, it's more valuable to pay Kevin $22,000 to never hear what he has to say. That's what's more valuable. If you can somehow shield yourself from anyone that's ever been into contact with him and anything he has to say. This guy's a fraud.
Hold on.
Yeah. No, I'm not paying for your ads, Kevin. You can go fuck yourself. See, this is who you're funding. You're funding these scammers. Kevin's getting paid by these scammers when you watch his fucking videos and all these other scammers.
There's a lot of drama regarding Elon.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck. Hey, Kevin, I want you to go outside, locate a busy highway, and try to navigate through it while your eyes are closed. That's what I want. Let's see what we got here. I mean, he's got new scams every Trumponomics. There you go. Trumponomics. Let's see what he's got here. I want to see his what. So he's doing the whole. He's a James Bond now, right? Kevin, you don't have the look for James Bond unless James Bond is a sissy. Is a sissy's fucking beta boy. Let's take a. Oh, here we go. Look. Coaching call with Kevin, 60 minutes to unlock your potential. 60 minutes, folks. Let's see how much. 1 hour with Kevin. Don't know why it's not working. Maybe it's trying to save me. Oh, there you go. 1 hour with Kevin is only $22,840. I mean, let me just make something clear. Think about this for a second. You've got a guy who has no experience, no professional experience or training in the investment world. Okay? Zero. Sorry, Kevin. Being licensed is not for a year is not professional experience. You need to have worked under a company where you learn stuff. You have no experience, no expertise. You're a fucking investment disaster, and you shouldn't charge a dime. A dime is too much for you to charge. 22. I mean, why, folks? Ask yourself why all these people who claim that they call out grifters aren't calling out Kevin for this and making a big fuss every day, because they're fakes, they're frauds, they're liars. They just want the clicks. They'll call out Kevin and to laugh about it. Oh, Kevin's such a fraud. Oh, it's so stupid. Oh, they don't fucking hit the hammer on the head because they just put the name in the title to get the clicks. You got it? They're all in the same fucking shebang. They're all scammers in their own little way. You see that? What a fraud. Piece of shit. Fraud. Kevin, you're a scammer, you're a liar, you're a fraud. Write that down. You're a scammer, you're a liar, you're a fraud. You are worse than Grant Cardone. You are worse than Grant Cardone. Let me repeat. And has anyone ever come out with all the people trashing on Grant Cardone? Has anyone ever come out and said, wait a second, Kevin is worse than Grant Cardone? Is Grant Cardone deceiving people? Yeah. Is he scamming people? Yeah. Through deceptive claims. But Grant Cardone is running investment funds. Are they returning jack shit? Probably not. Probably the returns are fucking low as hell. Probably 4%, maybe 5%, which is fucking dog shit. But guess what? Guess what? Grant Cardone, I'm not going to say he's not scamming people with courses, because he does sell courses as well. But ask yourself the question, is Kevin a bigger scammer than Grant Cardone? Yes or no? I think yes, definitely. I think the comparison is much, much bigger, because Kevin is an outright fucking fraud and scammer. Grant Cardone is taking advantage of people. He's taking advantage of stupid people. He is making misleading and false claims to lure people in. But what he is doing and what Kevin are doing are on different levels. Kevin has taken it to a huge level, and Kevin is an absolute fucking scammer and fraud. Okay? That's my fucking professional opinion. You got it? Think about that for a second. And remember, Kevin became Grant Cardone, and much worse than Grant Cardone. Kevin would criticize Grant Cardone as being a scammer. But guess what? He became to idolize Grant Cardone's scamming, and he took it to a new level which Grant Cardone himself has not taken it to. He has not taken it to that level. Kevin is an absolute fucking scam artist. No doubt about it. And he's in a much, Grant Cardone has marketing tactics that are bullshit, that are scammy, and he does make some false statements, misleading statements. But what Kevin does, once again, is much, 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 much worse. What a piece of shit. How come people aren't calling him out for this? Right? $23,000 per hour. I mean, really? Anyway, what was I talking about here? Let me get back to this other scammer here. So he wants to give you some tips on how to start your online business, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, step one, sign up for Anton's dropshipping training course. There you go. Yeah. Folks, anybody that offers a money back guarantee, if it ain't fucking big corporate America, don't fucking believe it. If it's not a big corporate company, don't fucking believe them ever. Okay? This is what they do. People who offer a money back guarantee, they do that to give you confidence. Why? Because they know that people probably think they're a scammer. Therefore, they throw that in there. Oh, okay, I have nothing to lose. Okay, they might be a scammer. I can get my money back. Guess what? Scammers don't give you the money back. They have a way of finagling out of it. Oh, well, sorry, you didn't do this. Like Felix and Friends never gives the money back. He's a fraud, right? You know, the guy who claims you can make 360% per year returns. So take a look. He doesn't tell you that he's making money off this, which is illegal. This is illegal. Contact the Federal Trade Commission. He does not disclose his affiliate relationship. Another fucking violation. This guy should be in fucking jail. Johnny FD, you're a fraud. Okay? So he's telling you that's how he did it. Oh, wow, you believe his story? Well, just follow his recipe. Step one, buy this fucking scammy course, which he makes money off of. Step two, oh, Anton's criteria, right? You got it, folks? Fucking scammer. Okay. Wow, I got featured on entrepreneur.com. You see that? Folks, these, once again, understand what you're dealing with here. Understand, this is why it's important to know my fucking background. No one's going to write about me. I'm one of the top guys in the world. I've written a book on venture capital that was used in MBA programs in American universities. Understand that. I predicted the financial crisis in 2 books, better than anybody. No one can come close to. No one wants to talk to me. Why is that? The media wants to promote scammers and fucking losers. They can sell you scammy ads and pitch bullshit from desperate people who are willing to give them shit content, right? To make it sound like they can help you. You got it? You understand? It's a fucking lure. It's the hook, line, and sinker. The media wins. He wins. They both sell you horse shit, and you lose. Okay. And he's on Udemy. Udemy is a scam company. All these fucking companies that sell fucking courses by idiots. Scam, fraudulent company that is facilitating, is fueling the internet scam marketing industry. Udemy and this Coursera and all these other fucking companies, they are criminally insane companies, just like Patreon and GoFundMe. These are companies that are criminal elements of the entire scam genre, the entire hustle culture, the entire anti-work culture, right? Complete horseshit companies that has been specifically created to piggyback off of these scammers and the whole scammer industry. Udemy, fucking garbage scam company, fueling this piece of shit fucking scammer. Now take a look. Here's where Johnny FD started off before he went to Thailand. Guess what? Guess what? He was a pickup artist guy. You know, remember this is back in the early days of YouTube. There were these guys called the pickup artist. And guess what? You know, kind of coincidentally, I don't know, it seemed like most of these guys were Asian guys. I mean, are Asian guys known to be pickup artists, or maybe kind of the opposite? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I don't know. Just go into America and ask about Asian girls what they think about Asian guys, and they're gonna fucking laugh at you probably. Okay. In fact, go to Asia, and if you're a white guy, well, you're probably gonna have an advantage over the local guys. So I don't know that Asian guys are gonna have some skills to pick up girls, but guess what? Apparently they got some skills to swindle people. Because this whole pickup artist, and they weren't all Asian, but a lot of them were. You can look this up. Apparently there was a whole pickup artist fucking genre. They're complete fraudsters. None of these guys know how to pick up chicks. Believe me, folks, if there's any fucking pickup artist out there, it's me. Okay? They didn't call me the Greek stud for nothing. The fucking king. Okay? I was the fucking king. Nobody can pick up fucking girls like me. It's a whole fucking routine, and I had it down. And I'm telling you, these guys are a fucking joke. These guys couldn't even get into the places that I got into for the scene. These guys are fucking losers. You can just look at them and you can listen to them and you can tell. But, you got a lot of fucking simps, incel fucking simps on ScamTube. Losers in their mom's basement. They'll believe anything they hear, and they're desperate. So they'll listen to these fucking scammers. So Johnny Wolf, here he's going by Wolf, his whole pitch was he was in the pickup artist scene before, right? Of course, he doesn't tell the Business Insider he was doing that. According to Johnny, oh no, he was working at a corporation, right? Selling business to business. No, he was doing pickup artist bullshit. That's all he was ever doing. Okay? Let's read the comments. I can't believe this isn't a parody. This guy is such a success that he's literally migrating across Soviet countries to mingle with starving women willing to do anything for financial support. So you can see there's people who know the story on this fucking clown. He has hidden his past completely. I heard his Nomad millionaire speech, and he never brought up the time that he was a scammer. You see that? I guess it all makes sense now. You see that? Just read these comments carefully here. Sometimes you get comments on ScamTube. People know what's going on. It's rare, but you'll see it sometimes. Is this Johnny FD from the Exploring Channel with Bald? I guess it makes sense now. Same basket of fruit. Why are all these highly successful travel vloggers like Bald, Harold, Johnny, etc. either freaking scammers or creepy pickup artists, life coaches? There you go. There you see. You see that? And you can see this comment here is written obviously by somebody. Maybe it's Johnny or he paid somebody. Seeing Johnny in person is legit like seeing God in person. The man is magical. I've seen him draw women in a room like to him like a magnet. I mean, listen? Take a look. You tell me if you think this guy can draw any woman in. Listen to the guy. Watch the guy and listen to him talk.
All right, I'm going to teach you guys exactly how to be happy with your lives. And there are three simple.
Jesus fucking Christ! You can look at this guy and tell you he's fucking mafia.
In a few years, and he couldn't really figure out why. I told him about this event, and he's like, no, that doesn't exist. And I was like, have you read the game? He's like, yeah, a few years ago, but I didn't think that was real. I didn't want to believe that when you read the game. You didn't think it was real? All right? And I told him, I was like, dude, it's just like camping, man. And he's like,
obviously a fucking idiot. So, so it's funny because take a look. So you see, it's obvious. This is kind of reminds you of Martin Armstrong. He's got all these fucking stock puppet accounts, fake accounts, and he pays people to post fucking bullshit on him. All this hype on him to make him look good. People, they read, oh really, oh wow, I believe it, and take a look at the responses. Yeah, thanks for the laughs, and the people are laughing. They know it's a joke. Guy starts with PUA scamming and then moves forward to Amazon scamming. There you have it. You see that? See that, folks? And if you go through this, you can see actually, let's see. There's more comments that pop up when you click newest comments first, usually. I don't know what's going on with ScamTube, but Johnny the Fat PUA con artist. There you go. You see, there's some people that still remember this piece of garbage, man. The digital nomad fucking scammer. Johnny FD's arc makes so much sense now. Go to Thailand and be a S3X tourist, pretend to like Ukraine war, happens and uses influences to try to land more Ukraine cuties and return to Thailand when all the women have escaped to bag up the Thai from some good old-fashioned economic domination. I don't know what the hell that is, but you can just read all this for yourself, folks. It's pretty entertaining. Shithole, just bluffing with no confidence. Here you go. Johnny Wolf is a known drug addict and speed freak. He just got arrested again. Please stop glorifying him and get some help. This is from 10 years ago. There you go. So you can, he tries to hide his past, and this is the sad reality. If Business Insider, this is what I'm talking about. The media promotes scammers. I've been proving this for the better part of 20 years. Take a look at all the fucking charlatans that I've exposed in the media, in the videos, in the articles, thousands of them, videos and articles. In the financial media I focus on, of course, right? Just go down the list. Nobody of any real credibility. Why is that? The media, you have to understand how they operate. I'm telling you. So, here's this Anton fucking scammer here. And this is what he's promoting, this whole drop shipping fucking scam. Okay. This guy, he popped up. He was doing shit. He's also part of this digital nomad scam. I guess he hasn't been on ScamTube in quite a while. Jabril. I mean, you can just listen to this guy, look at this guy, and tell he's a scammer. I mean, take a look. I remember this guy.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Jabril, aka Mr. Think Outside the Box. And
Yeah, this guy thinks outside the box. What do you think? You think this guy thinks? I don't think this guy can think inside the box, much less fucking outside. Notice he's got the swimming pool here, right? You understand? You see that? You got it, folks?
I haven't done one of these videos in a while. Let me take my shades off for here, because I want to talk.
Dude, shut your fucking face. So here you have invest like a boss. So what Johnny did several years ago, I don't know, 2017 or so, after he's trying to get out of the whole digital nomad, everybody knows he's a scammer, and he's, that whole thing's winding down a little bit. And so, from going on his monthly income reports, which complete lies, and he did that once again for the whole transparency scam. And once again, also, Johnny FD is a guy who promotes and follows Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki. Folks, all these scammers, I'm telling you, those are their godfathers. Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, you understand, that whole realm of scammers. Okay. And so during the time when Johnny's promoting all these bullshit about Thailand and other countries, all these myths, how it's so great and this and that, come be a digital nomad. I can show you how. Click this affiliate link. Anton is going to show you how to drop ship, all this bullshit. He starts this invest like a boss. He gets into the investment world now. Now you got this guy really starting to get into the fucking territory. I'm starting to fucking get pissed off now. This guy. So what does he do? This is about, say 2017. He starts promoting, and he's got his little buddy here, Sam Mark. And, Sam is part of the tribe. You can tell by his last name. Another fucking airhead, by the way, who's done nothing. And so you can just go through their channel and see they're promoting scams and scam artists. They were promoting shady ass investments and shady people. One guy I actually contacted, I heard the guy claim to be a hedge fund manager. He's making all these false claims. And I got the email somewhere and I called him out and he was full of shit. So, but you all know, I showed you his website, Johnny FD, right? Where he's selling financial advice illegally, right? Where is it here? Selling financial advice. There you go. It's in his coaching, phone coaching. Topics of phone coaching can include personal financial advice or investment advice. You cannot give personal investment advice unless you're registered. Okay? Contact the Securities Exchange Commission. Help at sec.gov. Help at sec.gov. And here you have him pitching these affiliate links from his fucking partner in crime, Anton. He doesn't have any affiliate disclosure on this website. Contact the Federal Trade Commission. There you go. See that? So, he's got his quarterly update here. This is Invest Like a Boss. Let's hear what he has to say here.
Hey bosses, before we kick off this episode, I need to let you know that Robinhood's Hood Week is coming. So
there you go. So now, when they started this, you didn't have all this, Robinhood and shit too much. But I guess they got, they're on it now. This is the October 2024. So they're shilling for Robinhood.
Start the countdown now. It's
Shut your fucking face, scammers. He's also got Travel Like a Boss. He's a boss. Yeah, boss of fucking scamming people. Travel like, I guess this has kind of died out. And so this is Johnny FD, complete fraudster, right? And he's got this Maverick podcast now. He's a Maverick. Okay. Scam artist. Johnny's courses, affiliate marketing, blogging boot camp, dropship lab. I mean, this guy is so fucking stupid. He's such a fucking airhead that he's still selling like stupid courses that were useless years ago when dropshipping was semi-feasible. But he's so stupid, he doesn't even realize that dropshipping is known by everybody to be fucking completely useless now, so he doesn't even change the course. That's how fucking stupid the guy is. I mean, anyway. Building a dozen streams of passive income. Expanding the Nomad. Yeah, so let me tell you, this Johnny FD, this piece of fucking trash scam artist, was also another grift he got into was, once the whole Anton selling that shit, people realized it was a scam. He was ripping people off. He was making false claims, luring people. That was dying down. He started the podcasting thing. Then he also started this Nomad Summits. And he would hold them usually in Chiang Mai. The Digital Nomad Summit. All these fucking losers And they would network this shit all around all these websites. People would talk about, yeah, the Nomad Summit, and he'd make money off that. And he almost got busted because I was in Chiang Mai. I almost fucking got them arrested. You can't fucking work there without a fucking work permit. This guy came fucking within inches of me fucking getting him sending him to fucking jail, by the way. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that piece of fucking shit. This guy is looking to defraud and scam people any way he can. Selling the Nomad scam. The digital nomad dream is a lie, it's a scam, it's a fraud. It's built upon lies and deception. It's built upon selling you a dream that you can be lazy and stupid and you can create a magical life for yourself in a paradise country overseas. And they're going to teach you how to become a digital nomad. They're going to sell you their ebook and their courses. You got it? It's the same thing, folks, with the FIRE movement. That's why I told you, anyone who creates a moniker, a name for some type of a movement or this, or they're doing it to build a cult where they can make money off it. You understand? And the dumbasses latch on to it and don't realize all it is a money-making fucking machine. Okay? That's all it is. It's the same song and dance, right? You're seeing this over and over again. It's a repeating theme. Today we're talking about digital nomad, the FIRE movement, so on and so forth. There's going to be new ones going on. It's all a scam. It's all built on smoke and mirrors. Okay, this guy's a total fucking fraud. He needs to be called out. He needs to be held accountable for his fucking scammy actions. Is what needs to happen. So now, let's go ahead. I'm gonna end this now, talking about Tim Ferris. Now, Tim Ferris is total fucking scam artist. Go ahead and show you here. Well, I guess I didn't. Tim Ferris. I don't know what's going to happen, but Tim Ferris wasn't too active on YouTube or wasn't too, but he's kind of hit that hard now. I mean, I remember seeing a couple of years ago, he had like 300,000, 200,000. Now he's 1.6. I think he's kind of like realized now the big thing is to be kind of be a scammy guy and focus on YouTube to be kind of a scammy doing your podcast, and you become like a Lex Friedman, which is another fucking fraudster scam artist. Now, Tim Ferris is like Lex Friedman. Of course, they're related, like all these guys who seem to be in a position of power and authority. You tell me why and how that's happening. Take a look at who he's interviewing. Take a close look at who he's ever interviewed. You can go on his website and you can see that for yourself. Okay? This guy's a fraud. Tim Ferris. My name is Mike Stathis. You know you're a fucking fraud. You know you're a liar and a scam artist. You filthy, disgusting, money-worshipping, parasite, mafioso, loser. That's what you are. Tell Timmy Boy I said so. Tell Timmy Boy if he's got the fucking balls to go up against me on a neutral platform, which he fucking doesn't. Tell him, let's fucking go. He doesn't. Because he knows I know his whole you think I'm the only person that knows this guy's fucking story? There's a lot of people that know this guy's a fraud, okay? And this guy, he made a fortune through fraud on Amazon. Get to that here shortly. And he realized that after a while he had all this money, then he wants to be respected. So he makes up all this bullshit. Oh, I'm advising this company and this. And then he starts to see how people talk about him online, how he's a scam artist. And so he kind of lays low and he's doing the whole Joe Rogan thing where he's trying to have like seemingly legitimate people on his little show to try and rebrand himself. Now, Tim, you're a fake it till you make it fraud. That's what you started out as. That's what you'll always be. You're a fake it till you make it fraudster. You're a liar and a con man. Now, let me show you something here. Let me show you the little... Now, he actually also had Tony Robbins on his podcast. and he was kissing. You should look this up on his. I had the images. I clicked them off, but you can look it up for yourself if you're interested. He had Tony Robbins on his little website podcast about, I don't know, several years ago before he started focusing on ScamTube. And it's funny because he was kissing Tony Robbins' ass. And then, of course, Tony Robbins, like the con men do, you kiss my ass, I'll kiss your ass. You make me sound like God, I'll make you sound like God. You understand? Folks, it's quite simple. Anybody who messes around with Tony Robbins is a fraud. The apple never falls far from the tree. Birds of a feather always flock together. You understand? When I found out that Tony Robbins was involved with Steve Benioff, I fucking dumped Salesforce.com and vowed to never fucking touch it again. I believe Benioff is a fucking scam artist. He's hanging around Tony Robbins. What else is he going to be? You got it? So, anyway. And you got any comments about that or anything else? You disagree? Save it for your fucking mama. I don't want to fucking hear it. I'm not going to fucking publish it. You can go fuck yourself. This ain't about what you have to say. It's not about what your opinion is. I don't care what I'm the fucking expert here. You're a nobody. You got it? You're here to fucking learn. You want to learn? You take fucking notes. You shut your fucking mouth. Don't tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong. You're the dummy. Got it? You don't like it? Go fuck yourself. So you can take a look at his website. Now, this is interesting. I just saw this. Take a look at the past guests. I don't see Tony Robbins. Oh, here we go there. Tony Robbins. You got that? He's got all the scammers here. Notice, and you can take a look. He's got, over 700. But just from this list alone, take a look and tell me how many of these people look to be related to each other. Take a close look at that. I mean, folks, what did I tell you earlier? What did I tell you before? What did I tell you? You got it? You're not invited to the party. You don't get a voice. You don't get any influence. You don't get promoted. You don't get anything. It's them against us. That's the way they see it. They're fighting a war against us. You got it? You understand? That's why they opened the borders. That's why they sent the jobs overseas. That's why they promote the LGBT bullshit. That's why they promote the wokeism. You understand? And that's why when people start to realize what's going on, then you got Bill Ackman and his fucking kingpin crew, Barry Steinlight, and those guys, the Wall Street guys that were all related, they want to come out and cause problems for people at Harvard who want to protest against Israel's genocide in Palestine. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. You understand? You understand who controls everything? You can't even talk about it. You got it? Take a look at these names here. I'm going to tell you when I find somebody that's not related to Mr. Ferris, okay? Or that I suspect is not related. Okay. LeBron James. Margaret, I don't know. Possible. Ray Dalio's not Italian, by the way. I mean, his parents might be from Italy, but his ethnicity is not Italian. Okay? I've said that before. I've talked about that. Kevin Hart, okay. Well, you got to have the token black guys in here, right? Because, you want to beef up the demographics, right? So you see what I'm saying? Pretty much all related. And that's just what he's showing you here. Take a look at all these other guys. Be observant, folks. And this is a big deal. Why is it a big deal? Because once again, folks, when you have people that are all related, they all have a connection. They're going to talk about things and support things that's in their interests, especially a certain group of people who is known to have a very pathological sense of tribalism. Oh, here's a Jamie Foxx as well. You got to have the tokens, right? You understand what I'm saying, folks, right? This is what's going on, not just with this guy. It's going on with everything. With everything. And it's been going on with everything for quite some time. You got it? That's why you get no critical discourse on any of this shit. Think about it for a second. This is why it's important to know about my track record. I was banned from what? From writing a book on the financial crisis, exposing everything. Well, all the people celebrated, they're all related to these people. And they didn't do anything. But the media tells you they did because the media is also related to them. You got it? You understand? We're talking mass fucking discrimination on a global scale that's been going on a long fucking time. Mass discrimination that you can't even name the villain, or you're going to be the bad person. That's a fucking problem. Okay? That's a fucking problem. You understand that? No one else is talking about this, by the way. Nobody. So take a look. Let's see what we got here. So here's his books. Tribe of Mentors. Isn't that kind of like Tony Robbins' book where he gets all these people together, right? This is, and I've mentioned this before, Tim Ferris is a new generation kind of Tony Robbins shyster is what he is, okay? The guy's obviously a con man, and I'll get to the details here shortly. You'll see for yourself, okay? Now, this is about Tim Ferris, and his, New York Times, okay, great. He got his little tribal buddies to write something stupid about him because he's in the fucking tribe. You got it? They're all great. They're all brilliant. They're all geniuses. Yet, wait a second. Alan Greenspan. He destroyed the fucking U.S. economy. You understand? You can go down the list and see how it's a paradox. Anyway, so you can see how he embellishes his little bio. So take a look. His book, 4-Hour Work Week, 4-Hour Body, 4 hours. So everything's 4 hours, okay? So he wants to tell you can have a great physical body in 4 hours. Now, and this is funny because I want you to see here, he doesn't even know how to pay somebody that's competent in Photoshop. Okay? Where's the I have the pictures somewhere. I've got them. Well, I want to show you guys. He has these fucking before and after pictures that are so fucking fake. Okay? It's like Alex Jones like. I don't know if these are the ones or not. I mean, this guy's a total fucking fraud. It doesn't show the picture here. Did you see the picture though? Anyway, let's get to the heart of the matter here. So what happened was Tim Ferris wrote this bullshit book back, I think it was like maybe 2007 was the first one or so. 2007, 2008, I think that was the first one. So think about this for a second. While Tim Ferris was writing a book, well, maybe it was 2009. So you had the financial crisis. I was writing a book predicting everything, helping people. Of course, my book got nowhere. Tim Ferris was writing a book based upon a bunch of lies and horse shit. Now, Tim Ferris, if you look into the guy, and this, by the way, Wikipedia, they're fucking e-begging. Go fuck yourself, Jimmy Wales. You piece of fucking trash. You Zionist fucking scam artist. So, you'll notice this page entry, there's nothing controversial. It's clearly he's paid someone to enter this as a bio for him. The guy's obviously a scammer. And so I want to, let's see what the year it was. First year. Yeah, okay. 2007, there you go. That was the first So when I was writing America's Financial Apocalypse, this guy was writing this fucking stupid scam book. Think about that. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars now, right? He gets promoted everywhere. He's a big name. I'm nothing. Nobody knows me. You understand? He's a scammer. I'm a guy that's produced real value. Think about that. What's that tell you? It tells you crime pays. Scams pay. It doesn't pay to devote yourself to help the public. It's a stupid move. I don't advise anybody to do what I did. Ever, ever. Don't do it, because your efforts are going to fall on empty fucking heads. It's not going to help anybody because they're too fucking stupid, too lazy, too selfish to do anything to help the public. They don't want to fucking help you help people. All they care about is themselves. That's the fucking reality. Okay? So let's go through here, and you can see this is a lot of horse shit here. Okay? But what I wanted to show you is that you see, you can tell this is both. By the way, let me just mention, you can tell this is not a real entry. And Wikipedia is a fucking scam. You all know that. It's not a real entry. Why? Because Tim Ferris, notice the entries in philanthropy. He's trying to make himself look. Who did that? That's Tim Ferris. So he paid somebody to put this post. Tim Ferris is not a philanthropist. He's a fucking scam artist. Okay. So here's the deal. Tim Ferris got into the nutritional supplements industry. Brain quicken. You all know what I said about nutritional supplements. All the fucking scammers push that shit. The nutritional supplements industry is pretty much a scam industry. I'm not going to get into the details, but the majority are basically useless. They don't do anything. Okay? And in fact, much of the nutritional supplements are actually potentially dangerous because they are made in unregulated, uninspected facilities in China. You understand that? You're dealing with garbage processed in China, which has low fucking standards for everything. Okay? This is why it can be deadly, it can be very dangerous to take some type of supplement that you think is harmless. Like, for instance, let's say vitamin C. It's pretty harmless because it does not accumulate in your blood system. It's water soluble. You pee it out, right? Other vitamins, of course, can cause toxicity if you take too many. The fat soluble vitamins, right? A, D, E, and K. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are fat soluble, you see. So they can cause toxicity if you take too much. Vitamin C, you piss it out. However, something as harmless as vitamin C, and I think vitamin C generally is beneficial, one of the more beneficial nutritional supplements out there. But I think, hey, instead of taking a fucking tablet, drink the orange juice, eat the oranges, get it naturally. Anything processed in the lab, it's not going to be that effective. It's not going to be that safe. If it's processed in China, think about it. It can be deadly. Okay. If you all don't understand that, then you need to look into the scandals in the baby formula. I think they've had 2 now in China. That's deaths and severe hospitalizations of many infants. Okay. Because of the low standards of manufacturing of products and low standards of regulation and inspection. So the bottom line is that he got into the nutritional supplements business. You can imagine this guy. He's going online making false claims. He was making false claims about, this is during the period when you had this Bico-Geo, I don't know what the name was. This scam fucking nutritional supplement claiming it's going to make you smarter, right? So this guy's claiming you can take this supplement and it's going to make you smarter. It's going to improve your brain. False claim. It's a lie. He made money off this through false claims, through a lie. But of course, the nutritional supplements industry is not really regulated. And you can make a lot of false claims as long as you don't claim it cures or treats a medical condition. You'll see this all the time. Oh, it promotes brain health. Okay. So he got into this scammy business. Okay. And, supposedly he sold his company to a London-based private equity firm. We don't know any details about this. I want to know what's going on. How much did they buy it for? Okay. You see, probably not a whole lot. And so then he comes out with the 4-hour work week. Okay, the 4-hour work week. So what is the 4-hour work week? This is the basis of the digital nomad scam. And what you had is all these digital nomads. Oh, have you read the 4-hour work week? Yeah, the 4-hour week. This is the Bible. You got to read it. You still have people saying this today. It's a scam-ass book meant for low IQ, stupid-ass idiots who are never going to amount to anything in their lives. If they don't realize that book is a total fucking scam, they're never going to amount to anything because they're so fucking stupid. That's how stupid they are. Let me show you now. Let's get to some specifics. Get to some specifics here. So you can see people bought this book, frequently bought these books. Psychology of Money, fucking stupid, useless garbage. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, complete fucking scam book, scam artist. Stupid money worshiping mentality. Okay, great. So let's take a look. Okay, so, wow. I mean, wait a second. What the fuck is, this is not right. Unknown binding. No. Let me get to, so 27,000 reviews. Okay. And on Goodreads, I guess 300,000 or something. So a shitload of reviews. Sold a shitload of copies, right? Okay. Well, how did he sell so many copies? Let me just go ahead and tell you before I talk about the book, folks. Here's what happened. 2 things. Tim Ferris bought fake reviews during a period when Amazon was having problems, had not detected or didn't give a shit to call out fake reviews. He bought tons of fake reviews. In addition, he was going around the digital nomad forums, promoting his book, hiding around. Oh, you read the book? It's great. Hiring people to spruik his book. And you know how the story ends. Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, right. It promotes the bullshit lifestyle, right? And so then you had at some point, it kind of, the urban legend status that he created, the fake status through the fake reviews and all the bullshit that it was created, it kind of had a life of its own where people looked, oh, well, it's got a lot of positive reviews. Oh, wow, a lot of digital nomads say it's a great book. You understand? Just like all the multi-level marketing scam artists tell you that Napoleon Hill's book is a great book, Think and Grow Rich, right? So they don't question it. Oh, it's kind of the herd is saying it's a great book, and you're part of that herd. You're part of that MLM herd, so you're going to say it's a great book. You understand? But he started this off by buying a lot of fake reviews before Amazon was removing fake reviews. Okay, and now, of course, the scammers like this Hormozy guy, and Patrick Bet David, and many others, what they realize is what you do is you make your book available on Kindle. You make it available as a digital book on Kindle. You know why? Because if it's available on Kindle, then you can more easily pay people off to give fake reviews, which are considered legitimate by Amazon. They don't have to buy the physical book and have it shipped. They can have a subscription to Kindle, and they don't have to pay for the book. That's why you'll see these books are free on Kindle, so they can get these fudged fake reviews on Kindle. You all didn't know this shit, did you? If you didn't know this shit, you don't have an observant fucking mind, and you're not going to go too far in this world. So you better fucking follow somebody that does have an observant mind, or you better fucking get with the program and change the way you're thinking. Okay? I know all the fucking tactics of these scammers. I know all the tactics. So, and what he's done over time is as the book has become more, quote, successful, he's gotten more people to review it and to add to it. So these reviews aren't dated. If they were, you'd see people, when they wrote the reviews. But nonetheless, you can see that just about every single person on here is a pretty much confirmed shyster or scam artist, right? You can take a look and see for yourself. Pretty much. I mean, some you don't know for sure, but Tim Draper, Fisher Jefferson, the guy's a fucking scammer, as far as I'm concerned. You can look into him, see for yourself. So take a look now. So let's take a look. We've seen the reviews. Let's take a look now. Tim Ferris. I'm going to talk about some things, but before we do, I want you to read what he has written about himself. Okay. I want you to read what he's written about himself, because it's going to be, everything is going to sound so great, but you're going to learn that he's told people to basically lie, to embellish everything. Okay? Let's take a look now. This is what I tell people for a long time. Any book that has a lot of exposure, high exposure book, you can always tell the real deal by reading the 1 and 2 star reviews. Why do I say high exposure? And why do I say 1 and 2 star reviews? Because a high exposure book means many things. It means it has either been it's been reviewed fakely. There's a lot of fake reviews out there that don't mean anything. Okay. So in other words, the reviews are padded. You understand? The 4 and 5 star reviews are padded. They're fake. And or what you will see is a herd of validity. The people, like I mentioned earlier, they hear from their digital nomad friends that it's a great book, you should read it, or they read these fake reviews and they figure, oh, okay, it's a good review, I'm going to review it. You understand? It's manipulated. And if you don't believe that, all you got to do is take a look at this Alex Hormozy's bullshit fucking book, which I'm sure he had it ghostwritten, and Patrick Bet-David, which he had ghostwritten, because the guy's fucking virtually illiterate, and you can read on there and see. Okay? So it has to be a high exposure book, right? And take a look at, and by the way, you can take a look at many of these books. You'll see this. It's a trend. It's a pattern. But take a look at the 1 star reviews, and you're going to see the real deal on the book. Let's take a look first of all. Let me see here. I want to show you. I haven't looked at this particular page. I don't know which book. So let's take a look here. So let's take a look at the 1 star reviews. I want you to, because it's very informative to read these reviews and see for yourself what this guy is all about. So notice most of the lower reviews, I think, generally are going to be later. Why? Because keep in mind, once again, the fake reviews and the coerced reviews, right, were early on. So people see the review, okay, it's a great book, okay, I'm going to read it. So you're generally getting more legitimate reviews later, so you're probably going to see a higher percentage of 1 star and 2 star reviews more recently because of that situation. So let's take a look. 2018, the author attempts to promote his working lifestyle for the reader, broken down in 4 steps. I have to start by saying this book is written at a very low reading level and a lot of needless filler. The author breaks it down in 4 steps: D, E, A, and L. D is for definition, and probably the only part of the book of any substance. If you're under 23, naive, and never stand up for, I guess, yourself, you might get something out of it. It's mostly a mindset, a work mindset a lot of people have developed over a year or so in the work world. E is for elimination, which is the time management section. Honestly, there's some good advice. However, there are better books on the topic. He advocates the low information diet, which basically being willfully ignorant. A is for automation. In this section, he advocates first automating, outsourcing in as much as your life as you can to save time and money. But the main focus is setting up a business online that sells things of little value, very overpriced, and attempting to automate that. Think about that line. The main focus of the book is setting up a business online that sells things of little value, very overpriced. Think Meet Kevin, by the way, and attempting to automate that. Having worked in online marketing, I can tell you the information here is outdated, vague, and not very thorough. If you want to set up business online, okay. Conclusion. This book is for naive, weak dummies who hate their jobs and will take any terrible advice to give them hope. Yeah, I can see that. Ultimately, this book is like his own online business, which sold a product of little value he wasn't an expert in, which is what this book is. That's pretty, I think it's a pretty fair review. You can just read these reviews, okay? Go through and read them for yourself and see. Now, I've got here, this is from, I captured these images from a few years ago on these reviews. I want to show you because it's, and some of them probably are, you'll see the same ones. I mean, so you can see, yeah, this is the first one we have here. Read the negative comments. They will tell you all you need to know. Even starting the first chapter, I could feel my BS-ometer beginning to wiggle upward on the scale. About the time I got to the outsourcing, where he proudly admitting paying someone $4 an hour to do his work for him, then read the result from one of his readers where he, a chef, was able to hire some brown person to cook for him at $5 a meal. Okay. Just read it for yourself, folks. Yet another in a series of Tim Ferriss's worthless books. You can read out this for yourself. There it is, folks. So you can see apparently it had a close to perfect rating a while back, but you can see now it's, it's people are starting to chime in with the reality on this fucking book. But it doesn't matter. Tim's made all his money already. He's already made a shitload of money off this scam fucking book after paying for a shitload of fake reviews, after pumping it out to a bunch of disgruntled, naive young kids who are marginally employable and being sold this dream of remote work. If they can basically work 4 hours, that's what the book's about, folks. Basically saying you can work 4 hours a week, become a millionaire, live anywhere in the world. Let me tell you something. It takes a person running any business probably about 4 hours a week minimum just to open their emails and to respond to them. Maybe a lot longer. Okay? This is a complete horseshit scam. Just read for yourself, folks. If you want it, you spend some time on your own, you read these reviews. Okay? And you'll see. Look at this one. Tim should write a book on paid 5-star reviews. You see that? Save your time and money for a book from someone original, misled by paid 5-star reviews. There you go. Here you go. Here's the stuff on what Tim Ferris, his little exchange with Tony Robbins. This is with Tony Robbins. I think this is the transcript of the interview. So Tim Ferris says, I've read pretty much everything that you've put up that I'm aware of. Okay. Look at this. Here's his. I mean, do you really believe this picture? Right? This is his 4-week transformation. Do you believe this is true? Do you think this is a 4-week transformation? This is his 4-hour body. This is the picture that he put out to promote his 4-hour body book. Tell me this guy isn't an absolute money-worshipping, parasitic scam artist that deserves the same fate as Meet Kevin. And I want it to happen very soon. Okay? Well, I guess I don't have the exchange on Tony Robbins, but so there it is, folks. This is a guy who basically created one of the foundations of the digital nomad scam, where you can basically outsource everything to basically brown people, right? As he basically calls them, to exploit slave labor, cheap labor in other countries. You can basically outsource and call yourself an expert. His whole thing is call yourself an expert. I mean, I have to find this. I mean, it's. I want to see exactly. Well, anyway, basically he encourages people to defraud the public. He tells you basically, if you have done anything, say, well, you went to Harvard one time and you met in front of you spoke there for a group that met there. He said you were an invited speaker at Harvard University. You understand? To completely create hyperbolic statements, claims to what you've done. To do anything, call yourself an expert. This is why you have all these fake gurus out there. This is in part, the epicenter of the fake guru world. Of course, you've also got Tony Robbins there, Kiyosaki to some extent as far as that. But this is the guy writing the blueprint on how to become a scammer, a complete scam artist, lying about things, fake it till you make it. Fraud. And this is why you have people out there now. Everyone calls themselves an expert, right? Because of this guy. They think it's okay. They think it's okay to lie. They think it's okay to make all these false claims. Complete fucking lies. Let me tell you something, folks. When you make factual misstatements, when you create deceptive marketing, deceiving statements, deceptive marketing material, that's fraud. That's fraud. You can be sued for that. It's fraud. Tim Ferris, you're a fraud. You are a piece of trash. You cowardly scumbag piece of shit. Let's go, bitch boy. Neutral platform. Let's fucking go. Any of you motherfuckers, let's go. You know who I'm talking about, folks. You call them the fuck out. They won't fucking respond because they're bitches. They're cowards, liars, and frauds, and they represent the evil forces, the criminally insane sociopaths who are running the fucking world into the ground. That's who these motherfuckers represent. That's who they're being paid off by. That's all.